Stress, anger, and cortisol, what it's doing to your body, and how to reset it. Have you ever noticed that when you're stressed or holding on to anger, your body doesn't just feel tense, it starts to feel off? Your stomach tightens. Digestion feels different. You feel inflamed, unsettled. Almost like your body is stuck in a constant state of pressure. That's not just in your head. There's something real happening inside your body. And one of the key players is cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, but that name is a little misleading because cortisol isn't bad. In fact, you need it. It helps regulate your energy, your blood sugar, your immune response, and your ability to respond to challenges. In short, cortisol helps your body handle life. Cortisol is a hormone your body naturally produces as part of its stress response. It's made in the adrenal glands, small triangular glands that sit on top of your kidneys. Under normal circumstances, cortisol isn't harmful. In fact, it plays an important role in keeping your body balanced and functioning properly. It helps regulate your energy levels by influencing how your body uses carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. It supports your metabolism. It helps maintain healthy blood pressure. And it even plays a role in your sleep-wake cycle, rising in the morning to help you wake up and gradually lowering as the day goes on. Cortisol also helps your body respond to short-term stress. If you need to react quickly, physically or mentally, cortisol helps mobilize energy, sharpen focus, and prepare your body to respond. In small, temporary amounts, this system works exactly as it's supposed to. It's not the presence of cortisol that causes problems. It's when this system stays activated for too long. What happens during stress? When something stressful happens, your body shifts into survival mode. Heart rate increases, breathing changes, muscles tighten, and cortisol is released to help you respond. This is useful in short bursts. It's designed for moments like danger, urgency, quick decision-making. But here's where the problem starts. Your body doesn't really know the difference between a real physical threat and ongoing emotional stress. So if you're constantly worried, holding on to anger, or overwhelmed day after day, your body stays activated. And that means cortisol stays elevated. Not for minutes, but for hours, days, sometimes longer. When cortisol stays elevated for too long, it begins to shift how your body functions, especially your immune system. Over time, this can lead to increased inflammation, disruption in gut function, changes in digestion. And this is where we start to see a connection to things like inflammatory bowel issues, gut sensitivity, and ongoing digestive discomfort. Your gut and your nervous system are deeply connected. So when your body is constantly in stress mode, your digestion doesn't operate the same way. Blood flow shifts away from digestion. Muscle contractions change. Inflammatory signals can increase. Your body is prioritizing survival, not repair. This doesn't mean stress causes everything, but it does mean this. When your system stays activated, your body has a harder time healing. And when you begin to regulate that stress, you create conditions where healing becomes possible. So the goal isn't to eliminate stress completely. That's not realistic. The goal is to help your body come out of that constant activation more often and return to a regulated state. Here are some practical tools. Time outside. One of the simplest ways to begin shifting this is time outside. Natural environments help signal safety to your nervous system. Even a few minutes of sunlight, fresh air, natural sounds can begin to lower stress signals in the body. Micro resets. You don't need a full session. You can start with something simple. Pause. Take one breath. Not a perfect breath, just a real one. Let your shoulders drop slightly. This small shift tells your body, I'm not in immediate danger. And that begins to reduce the stress response. Meditation and stillness. Meditation doesn't have to be long. Even sitting quietly for a few minutes and allowing your system to settle can help regulate cortisol over time. It's not about clearing your mind, it's about giving your body space to come out of constant activation. Release held anger. Anger itself isn't the problem, but holding on to it without processing it keeps your system activated. Sometimes the shift isn't how do I get rid of this? It's how do I move this safely? That might look like journaling, movement, having a conversation, or simply acknowledging what's there. Consistency over intensity. This is important. You don't need to do everything perfect. You don't need an hour-long routine. What matters most is consistency. Small resets, repeated throughout the day, are what begin to retrain your system. Over time, something starts to change. Your body doesn't stay activated as long. Inflammation begins to settle. Your system feels safer more often, not because stress disappears, but because your body is no longer stuck inside of it. One breath, one moment, one conscious choice. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing and visit myreiki.net for free, downloadable tools to support your journey.